Thank you for inviting us. Lovely to see so many people as well. Fantastic. Fantastic, I should say. So, first of all, show of hands. Who's been on a river cruise before? We have some newbies. Just one word of warning. River cruising is very addictive. So once you've done one river, you'll want to do a few, and there's quite a few to choose from now around the world. So what I'll do today is tell you a bit more about Riverside, what we're all about as a company, some of the destinations that we do, lots of pictures of the ships themselves, because you'll be surprised how spacious they are. A lot of people who've not done a river cruise before always think they're going to be small and cramped. There's actually lots of space on board to enjoy. And obviously we'll tell you why Riverside's a bit different. So first and foremost, tell you a bit about the company. We are part of Seaside Hotel Collection. They have hotels around the world. The owner wanted to get into river cruising, and when Crystal folded during the pandemic, he purchased those 5X Crystal river ships. So it's very much an ultra luxury product, very much 6-star. We have all suite accommodation on board. We have butler service on board, 24-hour room service. You even get a WhatsApp link with the butler. So you can communicate when you're off the ship as well. So if you're in town and you're back in 20 minutes, you can let the butler know. Nice bottle of champagne waiting for me when I get back, please. Things like that. All our ships have got indoor pools and spas. So again, you don't think you're going to get this on the river, but very spacious spa, for instance, on the Riverside Mozart. Lots of different dining options as well. In fact, we've got up to 5 different restaurants on board to choose from. So again, most people think you get the one, but we've got actually 5 different options on board the ship. Lots of different excursion programs and lots of flexibility as far as the fare you pay. So one thing we are a little bit different about is our freedom of choice. So with Riverside, you have an option to pay what you want. That sounds a bit strange, but we have a premium all-inclusive with all your excursions. So if you're the sort of person who likes everything included, so that's 24-hour champagne, wine, spirits, great labels as well, by the way. All your dining, obviously, all your gratuities, all your Wi-Fi, all your excursions every single day. Then we have a fare point called Premium All-Inclusive with excursions. However, if you don't drink, or maybe just like the odd glass of wine, we have a full board price as well. So you're not penalised, if you like, okay? And then you buy drinks as you go in the bar, but we still include teas and coffees and waters. And then we've got prices without excursions as well. Okay, so if you're a bit more independent maybe and prefer to go off and do your own thing, then you can book the one without excursions and just buy the ones you want to do. Okay, and the other days you can have a nice lie-in. Okay, so there's lots of different options there with Riverside. So this is what the ship looks like. This is the Riverside Mozart. So the Riverside Mozart's a bit different. It does the Danube River, but it's double the width of conventional river ships. So we've got these beautiful outdoor deck spaces. That's the bar area. Not many river ships have got bars on the top deck. It's on hydraulics, so when we have to go through low bridges, it actually falls down and comes back up again. It's like a pop-up bar. You've got the lounge area. We have an alfresco dining space on the top deck, so the weather's nice. We'll bring out lunchtime barbecues, or you can dine alfresco in the evening as well. Lots of space for sunbathing and relaxing in as well. We've even got our own herb garden on the top deck. We've got lots of different dining options, as I mentioned. On the Mozart, we've got 5, so the alfresco is one of them. This is the main restaurant, so the larger picture is kind of more casual use for breakfast and lunch. So we have a buffet style breakfast and lunch, or we do waiter service as well. And then in the evening, it's 6 courses every night. Main course is number 5. So you get an appetizer, actually it's lunchtime, I'm getting hungry now. So the appetizer, a salad, a soup, a pasta dish, and then you get your main course. Obviously you don't have to have all of it, but you can if you want to. Lots of dining there. We do open dining, as I said. You can sit down whenever you want. Lots of tables for 2 as well in the main restaurant. So if you want to dine on your own, you can as a couple, or you can join other guests. Entirely up to you. This is called the Atelier, which is a kind of bistro style restaurant. It's 14 courses in this one, but it's done in small tapas dishes. Okay, so if you like that tapas style dining, then this is a lovely option for you. During the day, it's more the kind of venue for late lunches, late breakfasts, afternoon teas. There's a coffee bar, ice cream parlour as well. So it's used throughout the day as well, frequently. This one's called Blue, which is more kind of informal restaurant. We've got open for lunch times. Then we've got this one called the Vintage Room, which is our chef's table. It's the only one you have to pay for. We do lunch versions and dinner versions. They start at €95, but it's a taster menu. So there's only 8 courses in here. So very good, very Heston style, very artistic, very theatrical as far as the dining. So that's the one you need to pay for, but the others are included. This is the main lounge on the Mozart called the Palm Court. We do entertainment in the evening. A lot of people ask me this with river ships, what's it like? It's very low key, but we do provide it. So 3 or 4 nights out of the week, we'll have local entertainers coming on board. Lots of bars, lots of lounges throughout the ship. That's the main cove bar. This is the library. So it's a very nice areas to relax throughout the ship, not just in the main lounge. And I mentioned the indoor pool and spa. So the pool area, the pool's got one of those counter current systems. It's very frustrating. You turn it on, you don't move. You're swimming, can't move. Jacuzzi, sauna, solarium, treatment rooms, hair salon, beauty salon, and of course you've got the gymnasium as well, which nobody really uses, but we have got that anyway. Accommodation-wise, on the Mozart, this is our lowest grade. It's called a Harmony Suite, so it's got a large picture window. It's a good size. It's about 220 square foot. It's around 60% bigger than industry average leading grades. So you buy a leading grade with us and you'll get that. So it's very, very nice accommodation. Does anybody travel on their own or know people who do, who would need a solo room? There's no supplement to pay in a Harmony Suite on any departure date. Okay, so that's a big, big thing which we do at Riverside. Then you've got other grades, obviously these are Riverside suites. Then you've got penthouse suites. There's some alteration, I'll skip through those because you've probably seen them. That's the gymnasium, I told you there was one. The Mozart does the Danube River. Okay, so any guesses why it can only do the Danube? Yeah, it's too wide to go on the other rivers. It's double the width. So it can only operate on the Danube. But the main destinations are, you can embark in Budapest, Vienna or Passau. We've got lots of different itineraries. But if you've never done a river cruise before, the Danube's a great place to start because you've got the cities like Vienna. Oh, I am still here. Where's my technician?
The controls are on the level there, John. Might just be there.
There you go. Let's use some pretty pictures. There's a Danube, that's the map you're going. So you can embark in Budapest, Vienna, or a place called Passau in Germany. There's lots of itineraries to suit your needs. We also do a lot of short breaks at Riverside. So there's lots of 3 and 4 nighters. So if you've never done a river cruise before and you fancied the idea of it but wasn't 100% sure, then you can do a 3-4 night mini break and see how you get on. The 4-night one, for instance, is Vienna, Budapest. It's almost like a city break because you do Vienna, Budapest, and Bratislava. Okay. The 3-night one is the same but doing it the other way around because it's the flow of the river's quicker. so you do it the other way around. So yeah, lots of places to visit, and this is some of the sort of I think the highlights of the Danube. This is Passau. It's got a cathedral called St. Stephen's. It used to have the largest pipe organ in the world before, surprise, surprise, one in America was built, which is a bit bigger now. You've also got Dürnstein. This is one of my favourite places. It's got a beautiful blue spire church. It's in the beautiful Wachau Valley, which is very scenic. It's a UNESCO protected region of Austria. So incredible viewpoints all around. That's the Wachau Valley, so that's what you're passing through for a couple of days, scenic cruising. Then we've got Vienna, that's Belvedere Palace. If you do the Danube with us, we take you to the palace and we do a classical concert in one of the ballrooms in the evening, which is a private concert just for Riverside guests. So a beautiful occasion. Bratislava, so all these places you're going to visit on your Danube cruise. And of course Budapest. Budapest is great because we dock right in the heart of it, you know, literally 2-minute walk to the Great Market Hall. You've got the Parliament building there, it's all lit up at night. It's very, very spectacular. There is a national day in August as well where they have huge firework displays. We have cruises going at that time where we actually spend 2 nights in Budapest. And good old Christmas markets, of course. You can't escape going to Austria and Germany in November and December without popping into a Christmas market or two. Lots of glühwein, obviously, lots of pretzels. But again, we do 3-4 night versions as well as 7 night versions. So you don't have to do the whole week of glühwein if you don't want to. Okay, so that's the Mozart. The other ships, the Ravel and the Debussy, are normal sized river ships, I like to say, half the size of the Mozart, but still 135 metres long, but only taking 110 guests. So again, very, very small numbers on board. But again, facility-wise, very similar to what you've experienced there on the Mozart. So beautiful deck spaces with, again, the alfresco dining, especially in the south of France. You know, we use that a lot in the south of France because the weather's so nice, especially between June and September. We'll have barbecue lunches, we'll have alfresco dinners out on deck quite frequently. This is the main lounge on the Ravel and the Debussy. So at night, it's beautiful ambiance in there with the entertainment as well provided. The waterside restaurants, again, we still got the dining options. The only one we don't have on the other ships is the blue, you know, the casual dining. We don't have that on the Ravel or the Debussy. But we still got the atelier, the one that does the tapas. We've got the vintage room again for the 8-course chef's table. Still got the indoor pool and spa, so you've got that facility. The gymnasium is also available on the lower deck. And accommodation-wise, now with the Debussy and the Ravel, the lowest grades still have those floor-to-ceiling windows, and the top half comes down, so you can get the air in. Okay, so remember with the Mozart, you have the fixed window as a leading grade. With the other ships, you get that as a leading grade. It's around 200 square foot, so it's still a sizable accommodation. And once again, we do not charge solo supplements on any departure date in one of these rooms. Okay. Next grade up, I love these because the beds face out to the rivers, they're a bit bigger. As long as there's no ships passing by, you'll be okay. You've got bigger bathrooms, walk-in wardrobes. These are called the Riverside suites. And where they go, so the Debussy does all of this. It's quite a busy ship. It does the Main, the Moselle, the Rhine, and also the Danube. But just some pictures there. That's the Rhine Gorge in central Germany. Absolutely stunning. There's 30 castles along the Rhine Gorge, which you're going to experience. Really, really beautiful part of the world. Holland and Belgium, we'll do that during the tulip time. Again, we've got shorter ones, 3-4 night ones, as well as 7-night cruises at that time of year, April and early May. And then one of my favourite ones, I did the Moselle in October, and I was blown away by the beauty of the river. It's stunning. Very steep banks, very steep vineyards, lots of wine. In fact, you go on a river cruise, you're going to have wine quite frequently. It's part and parcel of river cruising. But there's towns like Bernkastel and Cochem and Trier, absolutely stunning along the Moselle. So definitely a river, if you've done a river cruise before, it's a good option to look at. And then the south of France, and this is on the Ravel. Lovely destination again. So we do the Rhone River, where you can visit Lyon. We're normally there for 2 days. And another thing I love about river cruising is there's always a place you've never heard of before that you could travel to and get amazed by. So I remember last time I was in Lyon, there was a trip to a place called Perouge. About a 40-minute coach journey out of Lyon. Never heard of it before. I thought, okay. It was an afternoon trip. It was free time, we'll go there. So I thought, well, I'll go there and see what it's all about. It's the most beautiful place I've ever been. Absolutely stunning. It's almost like a film set. So you can do that on river cruise. You go to these little small gems, and Perouge is definitely one of those quite close to Lyon. Who likes wine? Yeah? Okay, this is one of the best wine places you can go to. It's called Tan Hermitage. It's near the Côte de Rhône wine region. Some of the most amazing wineries are around there. And guess what? We're going to pop into one. So one of the options for an excursion is a wine tasting and cellar tour around Hermitage. Viviers is one of the oldest towns in France. It's in the Ardèche region. So they call it the Grand Canyon of Europe. It's full of gorges all the way around you. It's amazing. If you're feeling active, we also do kayaking, hiking and biking. So you can do that in the Ardèche. Avignon with the famous bridge, Papal Palace. All these places with the French cruise, you're docking right in the heart of the cities that you're visiting as well. Arles, I was speaking to a lady earlier that didn't like Van Gogh at all, and she won't be going to Arles, but obviously a lot of Van Gogh history there. You go to places he painted pictures. You've got the amphitheatre, a lot of Roman history in Arles as well. And again, you're docking 5 minutes from the centre of town. And then good old Chateauneuf de Pape. I told you it was all about wine. We do an evening wine excursion there. So you'll go to one of the top wineries in Chateauneuf and enjoy some beautiful wines and also a tour of the village. Okay, so that gives you a bit of an idea about the destinations. Only had 15 minutes, so plenty of things to talk about. So if you want to learn more about those destinations, please feel free to ask me later on. I've got brochures and things at my stand, so please pay a visit. But just before I finish, just some offers we do. We do early booking savings. We've got up to 28% off for 27, it's 25 for 26. That includes a long stay saving of 10%. No supplement sailor travellers. I think we're about the only company that do this on every single departure date. So again, if that's of interest, please let me know. 300 per suite onboard credit. Remember what I mentioned about the different fare points. So if you like the idea of full board, because you like the odd glass of wine, you've got 300 euros there as your bar tab. So you don't necessarily need to go all inclusive if you don't want to. And we've also got, because you're here today at the Prestbury Travel Show, of course, Prestbury Travel are the agent we use in this part of the world. Emma and Stella have both been on the ships. They can tell you all about it if you've got about 3 hours spare time. But because you're here today, you've also got an extra £100 per person saving as well. So that's about it from me. Thank you very much.